This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, the 6th of August. I'm Michael Groff. Back from my hiatus, I was at a family reunion in southeastern Wisconsin near Oconomowoc and Okauchee Lake, just to the northwest of Milwaukee. Beautiful weather there, highs in the 70s and 80s, lows at night 50s and 60s. But here I am back in the heat. Where we established a record-tying high temperature of 114 on Saturday, and looking at the almanac from yesterday, 115 degrees, a record breaker out there for the date. The low 89 that established just after 11 p.m. thanks to some distant thunderstorms. And outside right now here in the valley under cloudy skies, a few showers roaming about. We're at 90 degrees presently at Sky Harbor, but it's pretty muggy out there. Dew points at 66, relative humidity 46%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Temperatures out there right now mostly 80s and low 90s. Checking the radar right now, most of the action is concentrated off to the east from around Superior over to Globe, San Carlos, so much of it is in Gila County, but a few isolated showers have popped up across the metro, mainly in the West Valley right now. The upper air look, high pressure continues to sit off to the east, a southerly flow in place, and a weak disturbance moving through the area today, and that's going to provide those isolated showers and thunderstorms to continue through the morning hours around here before things start to dry out just a bit, as we'll highlight in just a moment. The watch warning map, phenomenally quiet right now. Just some heat advisories over parts of eastern Washington, northern Idaho, as well as parts of South Texas. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on here. Severe weather outlook for today. The standard slight risk in effect for parts of the Dakotas and Nebraska, with a marginal risk for a section of the northern plains, as well as from southern Illinois through the eastern Great Lakes. Here in Arizona, you see much of the state in the green, so some thunderstorms possible. I would say that most of them will stay out of the valley. The precipitation outlook valid through next Tuesday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts here in the valley, not much. Statewide, could see 1 to 2 inch amounts over in the eastern mountains, the southeastern portion of the state, as some unsettled weather is expected to continue there. And we'll detail that now as we check out the models and have a look. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. This is the upper look at about 18,000 feet. All right, high pressure is sitting off to the east. We've got a trough developing along the west coast. Southerly flow aloft. So down at the surface today with that upper level impulse around, we'll have mostly cloudy skies. I'd say through a good portion of the day, the sun will start to come out eventually. Isolated showers and thunderstorms should continue, though, and temperatures will be held down. We will not be nearly as warm as yesterday because of the clouds and the threat of rain and the higher humidity values. Highs today between about 102 and 105. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies continue. There could be an isolated shower someplace, but again, I think most of those stay over the higher terrain. Lows mostly in the 80s to near 90, and then tomorrow, partly sunny. Highs 103 to 106. And then as we get to Thursday, we've got this trough now moving on to the west coast and unusually far to the south, the base of this trough over Southern California. That is going to take our ridge and nudge it off to the east over the southern plains, turning the flow aloft more southeasterly. However, as that trough starts to interact with the moist environment here, scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms over eastern Arizona, but I think the majority of those stay away from the valley. I don't think with a southwesterly flow we're going to be able to get those outflow boundaries to push into south central Arizona. We'll reevaluate that as we get closer, but for now I think the chance of rain here, technically not zero, but I'm going to keep it out of the forecast. And those highs are going to stay in the 103 to 106 range. Friday looks pretty dry also around here. Maybe an isolated mountain storm. Highs 103 to 106. And then over the weekend, the models have been hinting at a little bit of moisture seeping back into the state. Perhaps even a disturbance coming in. And I have put a 10% chance of rain into the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday. But honestly, the synoptic scale pattern does not look to favor much in the way of moisture to come in here. More of a south-southwesterly flow aloft. That's not going to bring storms off the mountains into the deserts. And the overall flow pattern is pretty anticyclonic, so it's relatively dry and stable. So high temperatures would be fairly close to average, 103 to 107, but chances of storms would be pretty minimal. Then Monday, the GFS is completely dry with a westerly flow in here. No chance of storms, maybe statewide. You don't see that too often in the month of August. And then going out to a week from today, this is Tuesday the 13th, still an unusual pattern. Upper heights coming up again to around 594 decameters. That means our high temperatures would climb to around 110. But look at that, more of a southwesterly flow. And so that's going to keep us dry for a while, and we have seen that all too often this summer. And then going out 10 days, this is the end of the forecast period. Thursday the 15th still looks dry. Upper heights still remain around 594 decameters. We're still hot, but with southwesterly flow, no real monsoon moisture to speak of. If this verifies, we have seen a little bit of model spread out here toward the middle part of next week, but even at that, models have been relatively consistent on keeping moisture levels well below seasonal averages, keeping in mind that July and August are the wettest months here in Phoenix. Checking out the temperatures through the period off the GFS Ensemble. Highs trending up as we go through the next several days, and temperatures close to average. Overnight lows mostly in the 80s. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Your comments, questions, and suggestions always encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe, stay cool out there, and you guys have yourselves a fantastic Tuesday.